This is about the bed you are sleeping on. My child, listen closely. Archangel Michael says this message is meant to reach you exactly where you are, exactly in the life you are living, and exactly in the room where you lay your head every night. I want you to sit still for a moment and breathe. Yes, right now. Inhale slowly, exhale. Let your mind settle. Let your heart soften. Because what I am about to tell you is not just a story. It is a mirror. A mirror of your habits, your energy, your patterns, and the silent messages you send to the universe without even speaking a word. The bed you are sleeping on, my child, do you ever wonder what it says about you? Not in the way people judge your room or comment on how tidy or messy you are, but in a deeper way. Your bed is the place where your spirit returns every night to heal, to release, to dream, to reset, to be vulnerable. And sometimes, without realizing it, your bed becomes a reflection of the emotional storms within you. Sometimes it becomes a container for stress, old memories, and heavy thoughts that you haven't faced yet. If you're comfortable, tell me in the comments how your bed looks right now, just one word. Don't overthink it. Is it messy, neat, warm, cold, empty, crowded, peaceful, chaotic? I'm asking because that one word already tells a story. My child, Archangel Michael says the bed you sleep on holds the energy of everything you felt throughout the day. The moment you lie down, your body remembers. Your mind remembers. Every fear you tried to bury, every worry that stayed in the back of your mind, every conversation that lingered, every thought that kept looping, it all shows up the moment you touch your pillow. This is why sometimes the bed feels heavy even when you feel tired. This is why you can be exhausted but still unable to fall asleep. This is why your dreams feel intense or confusing or strangely real. Think back to last night. How did you fall asleep? Did you collapse into the bed because your mind couldn't take it anymore? Did you scroll your phone until your eyes burned? Did you lie there thinking about things you can't control? Did you hug your pillow because you felt alone? Or did you go to sleep peacefully, with gratitude, with calm, with clarity? Tell me honestly, do you remember the last time you slept like a child? Without tension, without fear, without thinking of tomorrow? The bed you are sleeping on, it notices. It always notices. My child, Archangel Michael says that the energy you carry into your bed shapes the energy you wake up with in the morning. This is why some mornings feel heavy even when nothing has gone wrong yet. This is why some days start with irritation or confusion or sadness, long before anything happens. It's because yesterday's weight followed you into your sleep, and sleep didn't know how to transform it. Think of your bed as a doorway. When you lie down, you cross into the unguarded part of yourself. The version of you that nobody sees. The version of you that has no mask. The version of you that feels everything quietly. The version of you that remembers things you thought you forgot. My child, do you know why Archangel Michael wants you to hear this? Because your sleep is not just sleep. Your sleep is spiritual maintenance. Your sleep is emotional cleansing. Your sleep is where your angels whisper the messages you ignore during the day. Your sleep is where your soul tries to heal you gently. Your sleep is where clarity waits for you. But when the bed holds tension, healing becomes harder. When the bed holds old energy, dreams become heavier. When the bed holds emotional clutter, your soul has to work twice as hard to restore balance. Let me tell you something very important, my child. Sometimes the things you are fighting during the day are not happening during the day. They are happening during your sleep. Anxiety that appears for no reason. Irritability. Restlessness. Feeling drained even after resting. These are signs that the energy around your bed is not supporting you. And most of the time, you don't even realize it. My child, listen, your bed is the only place where your body stays for hours without moving. Imagine how much energy absorbs into the sheets, into the pillows, into the mattress. Every tear. Every worry. Every fear you swallowed instead of speaking. Every night you woke up suddenly. Every dream that shook you. Every hope you whispered. Every prayer you didn't say out loud. Your bed knows you. Deeply. And sometimes, the bed carries emotional weight long after you've forgotten the moment that created it. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something. Healing begins with awareness. Healing begins when you stop ignoring the small signs. Healing begins when you look at your bed, not just as furniture, but as a symbol. My child, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night for no reason? Do you ever feel like someone touched your shoulder in a dream? Do you ever wake up with your heart racing even though nothing happened? These are signs your spirit is trying to tell you something. Not something scary, not something dark, but something meaningful. You may not realize it, but your angels visit you most often when you are asleep. Because that is when your mind is quiet enough to hear them. That is when your guard is down. That is when your soul is closest to the truth. That is when healing has the highest chance of reaching you. My child, Archangel Michael says you have been carrying too many worries into your bed. You have been falling asleep with thoughts that do not belong in your heart. You have been dreaming things that are messages, yet you wake up confused, wondering why you feel unsettled. You have been ignoring small signs because you think they are random. But nothing is random. Not the way you sleep. Not the dreams you see. Not the heaviness in your chest when you wake up. Pause here, my child. Take a breath. Tell me in the comments, do you usually remember your dreams or forget them? Just a simple answer. Your answer will tell me something important. My child, Archangel Michael says your dreams reflect your emotional state more than you realize. If your dreams feel chaotic, it means your heart needs grounding. If your dreams feel painful, it means your soul is trying to release something. If your dreams feel strange, it means you are at a spiritual crossroads. And if you don't dream at all, or don't remember, it means you are too overwhelmed to receive messages clearly. Your bed becomes a doorway for all this. Let me tell you something gently. Sometimes your sleep is not peaceful because your mind is too loud. Sometimes it's because your room holds too much emotional energy. Sometimes it's because your bed is filled with memories you have not let go of. And sometimes it's because your soul is waking you up to remind you that something needs your attention. My child, the bed you sleep on is sacred space. Not because it is perfect, not because it is expensive, not because it looks nice, but because it holds your spirit every night. It holds your vulnerability. It holds your dreams. It holds your fears. It holds your healing. And if your bed could speak, it would tell you to let the past go. It would tell you to stop punishing yourself by carrying stress into sleep. It would tell you to release the thoughts you replay at night. It would tell you to forgive yourself for things you didn't know at the time. It would tell you to make room for peace. It would tell you to reset your energy, not just your body. My child, Archangel Michael says that tonight, yes, tonight, you must set an intention before you sleep. Even a small one. Even a simple one. Something like, I choose peace. I let go of today. I welcome healing. I allow myself to rest. Say it in your mind. Say it softly. Say it with faith. Because the moment you do, the energy of your bed changes. The weight begins to lift. The heaviness begins to loosen. The dreams begin to clear. And your angels begin to protect your sleep more strongly. My child. Archangel Michael says before we continue, take one deep breath. Hold it, and let it go slowly. I want your mind fully present, because what I'm about to say is something you have never truly thought about before. And yet it influences your life every single day without you realizing it. My child, listen carefully. The bed you are sleeping on is not just a place where your body rests. It is a container of your unspoken emotions. The ones you hide from others. The ones you pretend don't exist. The ones you swallow instead of expressing. And every night, when your head touches the pillow, these emotions rise to the surface quietly. Not to scare you, but to be acknowledged. Have you ever wondered why some nights feel heavier than others? Why you toss and turn even when you're tired? Why your chest feels tight when you try to sleep? It's not random. Your spirit knows when something inside you is unsettled, and your bed becomes the place where those feelings finally ask to be seen. My child, let me ask you something. Think honestly for a moment. When was the last time you went to bed with a truly peaceful heart? When was the last time you slept without replaying old conversations or worrying about tomorrow? When was the last time you didn't carry guilt or fear or overthinking into your sleep? If you feel comfortable, write one word in the comments that describes what you usually feel before you fall asleep. Just one word. It helps bring awareness. My child. Archangel Michael says that the emotional energy you bring into your sleep is shaping far more than your dreams, it's shaping your destiny. Because a mind that goes to sleep in chaos wakes up in confusion. A heart that sleeps with heaviness wakes up exhausted. And a soul that tries to heal while you resist the process wakes up feeling incomplete. You might think you are only sleeping, but your energy is working all night. Let me explain something gently. When you fall asleep with unresolved emotions, your spirit tries to process them through dreams. That's why sometimes you dream of people you miss, people who hurt you, places from your past, or situations that no longer exist. These dreams are not accidental, they are emotional echoes. They are your soul's way of trying to heal you slowly, piece by piece. But what happens when the bed itself holds energy from previous nights, previous weeks, previous months? The healing becomes slower. The dreams become repetitive. The heaviness becomes familiar. And sleep becomes something you endure instead of something that restores you. My child, tell me honestly, have you ever woken up more tired than when you went to bed? Because that happens when your spirit is fighting emotional battles in your sleep. You are resting physically, but spiritually, you are working. Archangel Michael says you need to understand something important. Your sleeping space is a reflection of your inner space. A bed that feels chaotic often mirrors a mind that is overwhelmed. A bed that feels lonely often mirrors a heart longing for connection. A bed that feels heavy often mirrors emotions that need release. And the opposite is true as well. When your bed feels peaceful, your mind begins to trust the process of rest. Your soul begins to heal faster. Your dreams become clearer. Your energy becomes lighter. Your mornings feel different. My child, do you know why this message is reaching you now? Because you have been carrying too many emotional weights into your sleep. You have been trying to be strong all day, and when night comes, the heaviness finally shows itself. You might think you are simply overthinking, but it's deeper than that. Your spirit is tired. Your heart is trying to speak. Your soul is asking for gentleness. Every time you lie down, your body releases the stress it held throughout the day. But stress doesn't disappear, it transfers into the space around you. Into your pillow. Into your blanket. Into the room. Into the bed itself. This is why Archangel Michael says your bed remembers everything. It remembers the nights you cried quietly. It remembers the nights you felt lonely. It remembers the nights you feared the future. It remembers the nights you prayed for strength. It remembers the nights you blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. Your bed holds the fragments of your emotional journey. But my child, listen, this is not something to fear. This is something to understand. Because awareness is the first step toward healing. Archangel Michael wants you to know this. Your sleep can become a source of power instead of weakness. Your bed can become a place of spiritual renewal instead of emotional exhaustion. But it starts with how you enter your sleep. Do you know that your last thought before sleeping shapes your entire night? If your final thought is fear, the night becomes heavy. If your final thought is regret, the night becomes restless. But if your final thought is peace, healing begins quietly. My child, tonight before you sleep, I want you to place one hand on your chest, just one, and whisper softly. I allow myself to rest. I release today. I deserve peace. These simple words shift the entire energy of your sleep. Now let me take you deeper. My child, Archangel Michael says your bed is also connected to the energy of your relationships. The people you think about before sleeping, the ones who hurt you, the ones you loved, the ones who left. The ones who stay in your heart even when they are no longer in your life, all of this shows up in your dreams. If your bed could speak, it would tell you the truth about who your heart is still holding on to. Have you ever woken up from a dream about someone you no longer talk to? Have you ever dreamed about someone who betrayed you? Someone you miss? Someone you pretend you don't care about anymore? These dreams are not coincidence. They are unfinished energy. Emotional threads that never closed. Healing that is still happening. My child, if you feel comfortable, comment, yes, if you've ever dreamt of someone you weren't expecting to. Just a simple yes. It will help me understand your journey. Archangel Michael says your spirit is trying to release emotional attachments during sleep, but you keep holding on to them during the day, so the cycle continues. My child, I will tell you something very softly. The bed you sleep on carries the echo of your heart. The love you gave. The love you lost. The love you're afraid to feel again. The love you still hope for. And until that emotional energy shifts, your sleep will continue reflecting it. My child. Archangel Michael says, before I speak another word, I want you to place your hand on your heart. Just for one breath. Feel it. The warmth. The softness. The quiet beating of life inside you. Because this final part is not just an ending. It is a release. A surrender. A healing. A closure your soul has been silently waiting for. My child, listen closely. The bed you are sleeping on, the same bed you lie on night after night, is not just a piece of furniture. It is the altar of your inner world. It is where your body falls, but your spirit rises. It is where your mind shuts off, but your soul opens. It is where masks fall, where truth appears, where emotions surface without permission. And Archangel Michael says this final part will show you the truth behind all of it. My child. Your bed is where your deepest self comes alive. The part of you that cries silently. The part of you that overthinks. The part of you that still misses someone. The part of you that fears the future. The part of you that hopes so deeply. The part of you that breaks and rebuilds over and over again. Your bed has seen more truth than any human has. The nights you whispered prayers into your pillow. The nights you wiped your eyes with your blanket. The nights you stared at the ceiling asking, why me? The nights you pretended you were okay. The nights you felt lonely even with people around. The nights you drifted into dreams that felt too real. Your bed witnessed all of it. Your angels watched over all of it. Your soul grew through all of it. And now, in this final part, we release all of it. My child. Archangel Michael says the reason you found this message is because the energy of your sleep has been calling for transformation. Your spirit is tired of carrying old memories. Your heart is tired of sleeping with the past. Your mind is tired of lying down with fear. Your soul is tired of healing alone. This final chapter is where everything begins to shift. Let me ask you something gently. Do you ever lie down and feel your mind suddenly become louder? Do you ever feel emotions rise out of nowhere when you try to sleep? Do you ever remember things you forgot? Do you ever feel heaviness even if nothing is wrong? My child, that is not a coincidence. That is your soul choosing nighttime to speak. Because it is the only time you are quiet enough to listen. Archangel Michael says this final part will free you from emotional weight that has been living inside your sleep. Now breathe with me gently. Inhale. Exhale. Let me tell you something softly. Your bed holds energy. Every night. Every tear. Every fear. Every dream. Every thought you didn't share. Every feeling you swallowed. Your bed absorbs it like a sponge. And that energy builds over time. But my child, you are not meant to sleep inside yesterday's pain. You are not meant to lie down inside old memories. You are not meant to dream with past heaviness. You are not meant to wake up carrying what should have been released. This final part is your cleansing. This is where the weight is lifted. This is where your nights become peaceful again. My child, Archangel Michael says your nights have been too heavy for too long. Not because you are weak, but because you carry too much alone. Your heart has been fighting quietly. Your mind has been running endlessly. Your soul has been trying to breathe. But tonight, this ends. Let me take you deeper now. Your bed is a portal of memory and emotion. My child, every night when you lie down, your spirit returns to the places where your heart is unfinished. Your dreams reflect your emotions. Your awakenings reflect your burdens. Your restlessness reflects your unspoken thoughts. Let me explain it gently. If you keep dreaming of the same person, your heart still has an unclosed chapter. If you wake up at 2 to 3 a.m., your spirit is overwhelmed. If you dream of running, you are avoiding something emotionally. If you dream of falling, you fear losing control in real life. If you dream of places from your past, your soul is trying to make peace with memories. Does even one of these sound familiar, my child? If yes, comment yes. It helps your spirit acknowledge the truth. Now hear me. Your bed does not want to hold your past anymore. Your angels do not want you sleeping inside emotional dust. Your spirit wants a clear path. Your dreams want to guide you without interference. Your heart wants rest that is pure, not chaotic. This final part is where healing enters your nights completely. Your soul moves during sleep. My child, Archangel Michael says something very sacred. When you sleep, your spirit rises. You travel into deeper emotional layers. You visit the parts of yourself you ignore during the day. You heal wounds silently. You seek answers your mind cannot reach when awake. Sometimes you wake up tired. Not because you didn't sleep, but because your soul fought for you all night. But in this final part, your soul will no longer need to fight. Because we are cleansing the energy around your sleep completely. The cleansing ritual, final version. My child, listen with your heart. Tonight before you sleep, don't rush.